Good morning. This morning on GMSA, a lot to talk about. San Antonio police now investigating a deadly crash overnight on the city's northwest side. What we've now learned about the passenger who survived.
Plus, Election Day, it's here. What can you expect to see on the ballot and how Proposition A could affect voters across our city?
And taking a live look out there. All right, not that pretty of a view from this angle. 76 now. What is the weather going to be like for Election Day? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. If you're just joining us, good morning. It is 9 o'clock this Saturday. It is May 6th. Any recap from the coronation that we have 5 hours of?
You know what? I'm just really loves to see what everyone's wearing. That was my big thing. It was a fashion show to me.
If anyone missed it, we went live on Instagram. You could have seen her live reactions. They were priceless. The kids with Louis?
Yes, Prince Louis. You know, he's like making there's already a meme going around of him yawning during the ceremony and making the faces. But Sarah, you actually gave me a lot of good insight.
Oh, I am a little bit of a history nerd. I admit it. Among being a weather nerd. Let's go ahead and take a look, though. We do have some areas of fog, lowered visibility, just because the humidity is so high. Visibility down to 7 miles at the airport, down to 3 in New Braunfels, down to 4 in Kerrville and in Rock Springs. You can see we're socked into cloud cover right now, but we are starting to see some peaks of sunshine there in the mix as well. And by the afternoon, we are going to be looking at partly cloudy skies, so a little bit more sunshine than what we're seeing out there right now. But again, it is very humid outside. That by far is going to be the biggest story of the day. Hot and humid. 76 in San Antonio, 73 right now in Helotes. It's already 80 degrees nearly at Stinson and in Pleasanton, 75 in New Braunfels. Here's a look at your weekend forecast for you today. 93 for the high, but that 93 is going to feel like 100. Tomorrow, a very similar day to today, just a bit more stubborn with the clouds. One thing I want to talk about, though, that we'll talk about in the full forecast is there is a small 20% chance for a stray storm. I'll show you where storms are most likely, and I'll show you a neighborhood view of the heat index values coming up in just a bit. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. It is Election Day, and Prop A is on the ballot. Voters will decide yes or no on Proposition A, also known as the San Antonio Justice Charter Amendment.
So one of the key components of Prop A is the decriminalization of abortion.
So our Alyssa Cole speaking with people on both sides of the issue.
Pro-choice and pro-life advocates are pushing for women's reproductive right protections.
The reason why we're supporting and endorsing proudly Prop A is because we believe that it can make accessing abortion in our city safer.
Yaneth Flores, the pro-choice advocate, says her concern is safe abortion practices.
So we can access the health care that we desperately need, because abortions are going to happen whether they're banned or not, and people can feel safe seeking that health care out of state or even self-managing their own abortions.
According to Frontera Fund RGV, a group that pays for out-of-state abortion travel costs for women living in South Texas and on the border, before Roe v. Wade was overturned, on average, they paid for 30 to 40 women monthly, giving each $1,800. That's almost 480 women a year. But after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, pro-life advocates started to see a slight increase in women requesting resources from pregnancy care centers.
Every mother carries life within them, and that there are sources to help.
According to San Antonio Coalition for Life, on average, 12 women monthly would accept resources, leading them to save thousands of dollars over time.
Stand up for a pro-life generation that, regardless of situation, no woman or man that's finding themselves in a a crisis situation with the surprise pregnancy, that we have plenty of resources.
Max, if Prop A passes, San Antonio will be the first city in Texas to decriminalize abortion, and according to abortion supporters, the first city in the South to do so. Alyssa Cole, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alyssa. New this morning, San Antonio firefighters are working to figure out what sparked a house fire on the city's south side. It happened around 3:45 this morning on the 200 block of Shrine Avenue. That's near Southwest Military Drive. Fire crews found smoke coming from one of the rooms in the home and quickly put it out. Residents of the home made it out safely and no injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is still unknown.
And San Antonio police investigating the crash on the northwest side. That crash ending with one person dead, another now in the hospital. So take a look. This is what we know right now. It happened around 2 a.m. This is the access road of North Loop 1604 headed under the I-10 west lanes. Now, the vehicle lost control, slammed into that concrete pillar. Now, we're told the driver died at the scene. There was a passenger in the vehicle. They were taken to University Hospital at last check in critical condition. We are still waiting to learn how this exactly happened.
New details this morning on the huge fire at an industrial plant in the Houston area that sent 9 people to the hospital. The mayor of Deer Park says the fire was caused by an oil and gas leak. The smoke coming from the fire was, quote, burnt carbon. The Harris County Sheriff's Office said 5 contractors were sent to a nearby hospital for overheating, and other workers drove themselves. No serious injuries were reported.
All right, we have a lot on KSAT.com. This is interesting, something we were reading about this morning. Texas set to open 6 new state parks, including one near Boerne. The parks will all open within the next 12 to 15 months. For now, the Albert and Bessie Kronkosky State Natural Area near Boerne, well, that is still in the planning stages. The other parks will cover areas from Del Rio to North Texas to even Houston. Time now, 9:06, 76 degrees out.
Still ahead, we'll look at what's trending right now on KSAT.com, including a special deal involving veterans and SeaWorld.
And up next, as shelters become overcrowded, thousands of animals across the country, they face being euthanized every day. So Stephen Cavazos shows us how a humanitarian flight, how they're offering creative options to save animals' lives one flight at a time.
76 degrees at 9:06. Ooh, it is a humid one out there. Ladies, you're going to need the hairspray, maybe a hat, maybe some sunscreen later on. I don't know. Sarah Spivey will let us know when we come back. Abandoned, alone, and at-risk animals are living with uncertainty and losing hope they will find their forever home.
That's right. So shelters. That picture of the dog.
I know,
is
so sad.
Shelters across the country clearly at capacity, and it's now forcing advocates to come up with creative solutions to save these lives.
Stephen Cavazos tells us about a solution that takes us on board with the humanitarian flight.
All right, let's talk pets, because some say these numbers are pretty concerning for the city of San Antonio. And around the country, we are seeing about 900,000 pets that are euthanized each and every year. So while some say the problem may be in the streets, some say the solution is in the sky.
Instead of just flying around in a circle, I could actually get in the plane, go meet some people I never would meet, see places I never would have seen, and help all involved. My name is Brian Tamstra, and I'm a volunteer pilot with Pilots and Paws.
Tamstra has had a long-standing love for aviation and animals, and he just completed his first flight for the organization.
Hey, how are y'all? It was a great experience. You know, you kind of get hooked up with a dog in need through a message board and work through them and to coordinate the pickup, the drop off to a foster family. And it was really interesting because the lady who was doing most of the coordinating was from Wisconsin. So I thought that was kind of unique that she found a dog in Groveton, Texas, which is a tiny town in East Texas, and found a foster family for them in Georgetown, Texas.
Here's how it works. Volunteers associated with animal rescues communicate with volunteer pilots through an online message board. A volunteer associated with a rescue just needs to request a transport and then fill out information on the animal, along with the city and states of the pickup and drop-off. Most volunteer pilots can fly 250 miles. Beyond that, other pilots can help with different legs of a transport.
It makes, a more reachable experience when you have a pilot that can fly a couple hours instead of trying to find somebody, 2 or 3 people to drive 6 or 8 hours. So it definitely broadens the horizons, I guess, in terms of animal rescue.
Jason Chipkin is from California. He has been with Pilots and Paws since 2008 and has flown between 40 to 50 rescues. He calls the feeling rewarding.
Fast and efficient is the name of the game. The flight itself, the dog's a little nervous and everything like that, but then when you get to the other end, the adopting family is so excited, and it's kind of like a weight off your shoulders, like, okay, there's one more saved. Well, let's head back and start getting the next one ready.
Joe Brendel lives in Wisconsin and is associated with several animal rescues across the country. She coordinates about 3 to 4 flights a week. Most recently, she arranged for Hamster to fly this little guy out. However, she points to a specific problem, and that's a lack of spay and neuter.
So we need laws that are made and enforced, and there needs to be spay and neuter laws down there. It has to stop. That's the key to everything.
Brendel says when shelters become overcrowded, animals are at risk for being euthanized. That's why she calls Pilots and Paws life-saving.
If this puppy didn't leave the shelter, he was going to be killed. He was left on the side of the road by somebody, and he was lucky he wasn't killed. And the animal control officer picked him up, and Sharon with the shelter reached out to a rescue, and then to me, and then I reached out to Pilots.
Within an hour, Hamster arrived to his destination, and this puppy arrived to his new start in life. Hamster believes Pilots and Paws is just one way to turn a passion into a purpose.
The people dropping the dog off, they were very appreciative because it's a passion of theirs. And then the people we dropped it off to, the dog kind of is what brought everybody together. I think that what I take away from it is there's always a way to help.
All right, so we want to hear from you. Oh, so cute. Scan the QR code on the screen. Tell us what issues you want to address or what creative solutions that you've come up with. Don't forget to subscribe, hit subscribe on YouTube, and like Solutionaries on Facebook as well. And so Sarah Spivey this morning, super muggy out there. I just looked outside. There's a little peak of sunshine coming out.
And Sarah, for a lot of people who have an iPhone, might have opened up
We're coming
your
for the
weather
iPhone
app.
today. I love it.
And it said 80% chance of rain. I was like, Sarah, is this right?
Yeah, not our weather app, not KSAT weather app.
The iPhone weather app.
The built-in iPhone weather app says an 80% chance of rain today. That's not accurate. And here's the thing about and I'm not just talking about Apple, but any built-in weather app on your phone is going to be a computer-generated forecast, whereas the KSAT Weather Authority app comes straight from us.
Real meteorologists.
Yeah, exactly. And today, there's only a small 20% chance for an isolated storm. So most of us are not going to see any rain today. Let's go ahead and take a look outside right now. The biggest story, the biggest takeaway for the day is that it's going to be hot and humid. We're talking heat index value near 100. Take a look outside. It's 76 degrees. As Max was saying, we are starting to see some peaks of sunshine out there in many places. Winds are from the south-southeast at about 15 miles per hour, bringing in that Gulf of Mexico humidity, keeping it here with us throughout the day today. Take a look at temperatures already starting off the day at 80 degrees in Del Rio. It's 81 in Cotulla, 79 in Pleasanton, 77 in Gonzales, and 74 in Kerrville. But this is a big story, the humidity. This is summertime humidity. Dew points in the 70s. That's at the top of the scale. That's oppressive humidity. That's bad hair day humidity. That is heat exhaustion humidity. So please be careful today as you're out and about, because even though it's fine right now with temperatures in the 70s, we are going to gradually see more and more sun, and it'll get hot pretty quickly. This is a look at close to noon, and you can see that there still will be quite a few clouds out there, but as we head into the afternoon, we'll have partly cloudy skies, so a little bit more sun than what we are seeing out there right now. And then it's going to get hot. Take a look at the forecast highs. Our average high temperature this time of year is 84. We're going to be nearly 10 degrees warmer than that in San Antonio with a forecast high of 90. Even in the hill country, higher elevations still going to be in the low 90s today. 90 in Boerne, 90 Bulverde, 91 in Kerrville, 94 in Devine, 93 in Floresville. It'll be 91 in Seguin and New Braunfels. And Uvalde, you'll be at 95 degrees today. The heat index, though, what it feels like, it's going to feel like it's 100 in San Antonio, and around San Antonio anywhere from 100 to 103 degrees. Even in the hill country, again, feeling close to 100 degrees as well this afternoon. So this is what I'm talking about. If you have plans today, maybe we're going to go out and enjoy some time with the family outdoors, walk around San Antonio, just make sure to drink a lot of water. This is the time of year where I become meteorologist mom and tell you to wear sunscreen and drink a lot of water. But hey, at least in the shade, we are going to have a bit of a breeze with winds from the southeast, 15 miles per hour, gusting up to 20 every now and then. So if you can find some shade, that southeast breeze, which is bringing in the humidity, will also make it feel a little bit better out there in the shade. As I mentioned, there is a small 20% chance for an isolated thunderstorm today. Because the atmosphere has a lot of juice in it right now, any storms that develop could become severe with hail. But this is a big could. We're talking 20% chance, and we're talking later in the late afternoon and early evening. Meteorologist Mia Montgomery will be watching the radar very closely today. The highest chance for severe weather is up near Abilene, San Angelo, Dallas, Fort Worth, Sherman, Wichita Falls. That's where numerous severe storms are expected. Again, so just looking at the KSAT 12-hour forecast, by noon we're going to be in the mid-80s. In the afternoon, 93 degrees for the high. It's after 4 or 5 p.m. that we could see an isolated storm, not 80% coverage, but more like 20%. And then later on tonight, after the sun sets, temperatures will still be in the 80s. Take a look at the 7-day forecast here for you. Every day is going to be pretty similar here, where we're not going to see widespread rain, but really only a small chance for an isolated storm or two. And then we're going to be hot with highs near 90 degrees. You know, May is our rainiest month, but this upcoming week, even though we have a chance for rain every day, we're likely not going to see widespread rain around South Central Texas, which is not great news for us.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Just about 9:19, 76 degrees.
Still ahead before 9:30, Max.
All right, SAFC getting another shot at a team they just couldn't beat last weekend. We have a full preview of the rematch.
And Natural Bridge Caverns has a new idea for couples who want to get married in a cave.
Batman.
We'll explain next.
Good morning and welcome back. So this month, SeaWorld says U.S. military veterans and their families get into the park for free, all in honor of Military Appreciation Month. So the offer stands from May 14th to July 9th. Service members and their direct dependents, they must have a valid active military ID to qualify. If you have any questions, you want to partake, just head to KSAT.com.
Okay, have you ever wanted to get married in a cave?
No.
Well, here's your chance, Max. The Natural Bridge Caverns is opening a 5,700-foot ballroom chamber that will be suited for weddings, concerts, and other parties. A spokesperson for the cavern says the room will be able to hold, get this, 250 people. It's a big cave. Head over to KSAT.com and look for this article. You can find out how you can rent out a cave ballroom. Also, like, I don't know, I'd get pretty claustrophobic. Sarah's saying humidity. Not
they
good for
it out pretty well, though.
I'm sure it's the pictures are stunning.
Stealing from small business owners over here. All right, time now, 9:23, 76 degrees out. All right, just ahead, San Antonio FC headed to Vegas this weekend, not for a party, a preview of the business trip. It's also a rematch from last weekend. Good morning and welcome back. San Antonio FC having a rare chance to get some immediate payback after what some may call a disappointing 1-1 home draw against Las Vegas Lights FC just last weekend. So the Alamo City Club, well, headed to Vegas for a rematch this weekend. Sam Adeniran will make his second appearance for SAFC since he was brought back on loan from St. Louis City FC. His presence on offense could be a huge help as the club looks to finish more prime scoring opportunities. So the rematch set for tomorrow, Sunday evening at 5 p.m. There you go. Look at all the excitement. Remember, reigning champs.
Yes.
All right, time now, 9:27, 77 degrees.
Still ahead at 9:30, King Charles is officially on the throne in England, but did you know he once visited San Antonio? We'll look back at his visit to the city's west side in the late 80s. Plus,
there are times when certainly our beliefs that differ can be hard for people, but our stance has always been a peace and justice stance.
controversy brewing at a New Braunfels area church, how a drag show there is making headlines today.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy weekend. 9:30 this Saturday, it is May 6th. So yesterday, coming off our respective weekends, and then 5 hours of coronation this morning. How did you celebrate?
It was hot.
Yeah.
It was humid outside, hot. And Sarah, I love all the rain that we've been getting the last couple of weeks, but the mosquitoes are unfortunately back. And even when you have, the mosquito spray on, they're vicious out there.
They are. And, that humidity is high, too. So we are also seeing molds a little bit elevated out there today. Take a look at the satellite. I've got the clouds here that you can see from space, but then also the numbers are the visibility. So we're seeing some reduced visibility out there. Visibility as low as 3 miles in some places like in Rock Springs and in New Braunfels. A little bit closer to San Antonio, you can see that we're looking at patches of clearing skies. So as we head into the afternoon, even though we're sucked into cloud cover right now, we will be looking at clearing skies. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, even near 80 degrees near Stinson, 74 in Helotes. Good morning in Bandera at 73, 74 in Kerrville. Now, one thing we have working in our favor and against us, is the winds. The winds are from the southeast at about 15 miles per hour. So in the shade, that'll be a little bit of a relief, but it's also keeping the humidity high because Gulf of Mexico southeast of us, those winds bringing in that humidity. So as we look at today's forecast, know that we're going to stay cloudy until the afternoon. Then we'll see some sunshine. It'll be 85 at noon. The high today, 93. But coming up, we're going to talk about the heat index. It's going to feel a lot hotter than what the thermometer reads today. And there is a small 20% chance for an isolated storm. I'll show you the areas across Texas that have the best chance for storms, and I'll show you a neighborhood view of the potential heat index this afternoon. Coming up in a bit. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, it is Election Day. Voters making their way to the polls across the city, preparing to cast the ballot.
That's right. City council seats, school board trustees, and bonds and propositions are all on this ballot.
So Alyssa Cole joined us live outside the Bexar County Elections Department. So Alyssa, how's it looking out there?
Good morning, you all. Right now, it is pretty steady. Just before this live shot, there were a stream of cars coming in and out. Of course, people probably showing up for work, and of course, voters coming to cast their ballots. We did get a chance to talk to election administrator officials this week, and they tell us during that early voting period, there was a lower expectation than they had predicted for those in-person voting, and of course, for the mail-in ballots. They say, of course, one of the issues or something they want people to keep in mind is that, this Proposition A, of course, a lot of the things that are on the ballot has drawn a lot of attention in and outside of city limits. The only people that can vote today are those who reside within San Antonio city limits. So, of course, just throughout the day, maybe later this afternoon, they are anticipating more people to come out. So that is something you want to keep in mind. And, of course, they're anticipating more people to come out because one of the most talked about propositions is Proposition A, and we know it does aim to expand the city's police department's cite and release program. We know it's going to decriminalize abortion and marijuana. There's a lot of information on our website if you would like to learn more about it. And of course, it is important to keep in mind San Antonio residents, if you are looking for a place to vote, you can go to any of the 251 voting centers across Bexar County for a listing of those polling centers. Visit our website at KSAT.com for more information. But for now, reporting outside of the Bexar County Elections Office, Alyssa Cole, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alyssa. Since Election Day is here, time to let your voice be heard on a number of issues, some that Alyssa just talked about. We are keeping our eyes on a lot of races, including San Antonio Mayor, incumbent Mayor Ron Nirenberg. He's up against 8 challengers, and of course, all 10 city council seats up for a vote. As you just heard from Alyssa, obviously a huge item on the ballot this year, Prop A, and if passed, could decriminalize abortion and marijuana, among many other things.
And whether voting for or against Prop A is motivating people to get to the polls, the Bexar County Elections Administrator says some voters didn't realize they couldn't actually vote on it because of where they live.
And so they're telling the judges, well, I ride on the streets, I drive on the streets, I work in San Antonio, my mailing address says San Antonio, I get to vote. And it's like, no, you have to actually live in the city limits.
Well, the county has 251 voting centers where people in Bexar County can cast a ballot today.
All right, so if you need a ride to the polls, you can get your vote to count with VIA. So their Ride VIA to Vote offers complimentary public transportation for local, state, and federal election days. To get a free ride to a polling location, all you have to do is show a valid voter registration card to the bus or van operator. Remember, the polls open at 7 a.m. They stay open until 7 this evening. And obviously, you can find your nearest location. Just head to KSAT.com.
So looking ahead, Steve Spriester will be hosting a live election night live stream starting at 7 tonight. We'll have results, analysts, and reaction to those results. You can watch all of it on KSAT.com, our KSAT Plus streaming app, and of course, our KSAT YouTube channel.
All right, well, nearly 90 migrants found on a train in Kinney County. They are expected to be okay, but the sheriff's office there says they're still searching for those who ran off. The migrants were reported by Union Pacific dispatchers yesterday afternoon. Now, deputies found the group across several train cars about 10 miles south of Brackettville. Only minor injuries were reported, but the Kinney County Sheriff's Office shared these photos of the migrants on their Facebook pages. Sheriff Brad Coe telling KSAT he thinks a Mexican cartel was behind the human smuggling operation. The Sheriff's Office says the migrants will face criminal trespassing charges.
Happening later today, a controversial drag show hosted by a church. It's planned for this evening in New Braunfels, and it's getting lots of backlash online. So we spoke with the pastor of Faith Church UCC about the meaning behind the event.
What we wanted to accomplish was to do just a fundraiser to support area youth and area causes, and to highlight the beauty of the art form of the professionals who work as entertainers.
Reverend Carlin Cheatham says the fundraiser will be an inclusive, family-friendly show, but the current environment and legislation surrounding drag shows has made it a very heated topic, and many have voiced their opposition online. We reached out to some of those who spoke out against the event. So far, no one has responded to our interview requests. And Cheatham says she expects protests, and despite numerous threats, canceling the show would have gone against the church's mission. She also says she's been in contact with local law enforcement about the security of the event.
Well, looking ahead, Southwest Independent School District announcing in a letter released to parents that starting Monday, this coming Monday, backpacks and large purses will not be allowed on school campuses. This no backpack policy goes through the end of the year. They say this new policy is, quote, to reduce the risk of dangerous items being brought onto campus, end quote. Small clear bags and a 1-gallon clear freezer bag, they are allowed. We have a lot more information on the new policy. Just head to KSAT.com. Meanwhile, interest rates, savings, mortgages, you hear a lot of these terms, but there's a lot going on in the financial world, and it might have a direct impact on you and your family. That was why tomorrow on Leading SA at 8 a.m., Monique Dillon, president of Victory Solutions, Victory Capital, set to join us live. So many questions, so if you've one that pertains to finance that comes to mind, head to KSAT.com, submit your question to the Leading SA section, then join us tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. for the full conversation.
Happening this weekend, we'll have to keep an eye on the forecast for Sunday with Sarah Spivey. But if you're able to get outside, the YMCA of Greater San Antonio is hosting their biannual Ciclovia event from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Sunday. And the city streets will be closed down for people to get out and exercise, play in the streets, explore, bike ride. The route will go through Midtown, and this year it will go on rain or shine. You can find the map of the route and more information. Head to KSAT.com.
All right, also happening today, a special Mother's Day event hosted by Gospel Vision Ministries. Starts at 10 a.m. at the Boys and Girls Club on MLK Drive. There's going to be free food, other vendors throughout the event. It is free and it is open to the public. It is family friendly and should be a great start to the weekend.
Ciclovia on Sunday, one of my favorite events here in San Antonio.
Of course.
Other than Fiesta.
Other than Fiesta. Right after Fiesta, so it's perfect. Time now 9:40, 77 degrees.
Still ahead, it was in their family for decades, then it was destroyed. Now a local family is asking for help to keep their shoe business going.
And up next, King Charles officially on the throne in the UK, but did you know he once visited the Alamo City? A look back at his historic visit to the city's west side.
77 degrees, hairspray day, according to Sarah Spivey. Good thing Massey is always prepared with hairspray.
You don't have to get ready if you stay ready, Sarah.
We'll have the forecast when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. So if you're like us, you watched some of the coronation this morning. The newly crowned King of England came to San Antonio in 1986, almost 40 years ago.
That's amazing. As King Charles III celebrates his coronation today, Jesse Degollado says one of his stops he made during his royal visit was in the heart of San Antonio's west side.
Let's go, the wheels and the bus go round. Children as adorable as these, with a reason for a once-in-a-lifetime visit. What is now a large vacant lot is where Avance and Mirasol homes were back when the future King of England made his unforgettable visit. A much younger Prince Charles saw for himself why the parent-child education program was nationally recognized.
What was happening in the West Side, far away from from England?
With then Mayor Henry Cisneros as his tour guide, Prince Charles wanted to see how San Antonio cares for its neediest families. As a reminder, the late artist Jesse Trevino presented the prince with one of his most famous paintings of a mother and child. But in the back seat between stops, the prince suddenly opened up.
Talk to me about the difficulty and the challenges of having a wife who was younger and who didn't share the same interests with him.
Cisneros says he didn't know what to say.
But maybe he just saw a guy, same age, who could be a buddy.
Avance founder Gloria Rodriguez had her own memory of Prince Charles that day when her son ran up to her as she stood next to the future king.
He just went down to him and shook his hand.
Another totally unscripted moment came after the prince asked the families what they thought of Avance.
We love Avance. And then this one woman grabbed him and kissed him on the cheek, and she said, "And we love you."
Judging by what they saw of Prince Charles that day, what kind of a king will he be?
I think he can be a very constructive king and move the monarchy into a more modern era.
He has an opportunity to really do good, use his title for good. We're going to see whether he did, whether he will apply what he learned.
Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
All right, I'm going to say our coronation historian join us at the desk, dropping all kinds of factoids throughout the morning.
I do know a lot about English history. I do. Humble brag.
Well, it was funny because we knew nothing.
We knew nothing.
I was like, why are they doing it? And she would explain.
It's very good.
I've read a lot of books. It really is random, but hey, I do know more about the weather, though, than I do about English history. So let's start with the pollen count. We've got molds that are moderate. I think the humidity is really increasing the mold count around the area. So if you're wheezing and sneezing, molds are the reason. Grass and pine are low. Here's a look at the nation right now. You can see that there's pretty active weather pattern across the northern tier. We're kind of stuck in a southwesterly flow. So we've got a low pressure system over here. It's allowing for the upper level winds to be from the southwest, and along this flow, we have wiggles in the atmosphere that are creating a few clouds there across the mountains of Mexico. This is going to give us in San Antonio just a small 20% chance for an isolated thunderstorm in the late afternoon and early evening. As I take you through the futurecast here, this number is the forecast for San Antonio. You can see only 20% chance there. But take a look across areas in parts of central and west Texas nearer to San Angelo. Storms are going to blossom this afternoon during the peak heat of the day and head toward the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's this area, if you have friends and family along Highway 20 out toward Dallas, know that that's where there are going to be numerous severe thunderstorms. That's the bullseye for severe weather. Here in San Antonio, we're on the tail end of things. Again, odds are you will not see any rain today, but there is a small 20% chance. And if a storm does develop, it could eventually become severe with hail. This is a very low possibility. In fact, we've had low possibilities of storms for the last couple of days, and we really haven't seen much in San Antonio. The biggest factor to your day, I think, is going to be the heat index. This is a look at the forecast heat index, what it's going to feel like out there. It's going to feel like 100 here in San Antonio. Anywhere from 100 to 103 degrees. Down near Laredo and Webb County, 106 is what it's going to feel like today. It's all because the humidity is really high. You can practically see that humidity out there right now. Take a look off in the horizon. You can see how it looks a bit hazy. That's all that humidity. It's 76 degrees, dew points in the low 70s. Winds, though, thankfully, will be from the southeast today, breezy, so that'll provide at least some relief in the shade. But we're already starting off warm. It's 80 in Del Rio, 79 in Carrizo Springs, 81 in Pleasanton. Good morning in Gonzales, where it's 80 degrees. Let's take a neighborhood view around San Antonio. Bernie Stage Airfield, right there on the Kendall and Bexar County line, 73 degrees right now, 74 in Bulverde. And again, the kicker is the humidity at the absolute top of the scale there. Dew points in the 70s. Whenever the temperature and the dew points are close to each other, you get high relative humidity. And whenever that dew point is above 70 degrees, that's when it's very, very humid. Looking at our KSAT 12-hour forecast, 84 at noon. It's at noon that we'll start to see some sunshine, partly cloudy skies this afternoon. 93 for the high. Again, we'll have southeast winds at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, providing some relief in the shade. And even after sunset, it's going to be in the 80s. Here's the theme for the next few days. Humidity. High humidity all day long. This is a summertime forecast in the middle of May here. Highs in the 90s, feeling closer to 100. Just about every day we'll have at least a small chance for rain, but no big rainmakers in our forecast this week. Big widespread rainmakers.
Like what your iPhone Apple weather might be
Coming for the iPhone this morning.
Well, no,
I love it.
I mean,
we
Max
had this
and
conversation
we opened up
earlier.
our phone and it said 80% chance rain.
For like the next 9 days.
So we turned to a real meteorologist to find out.
Hey, that's me. Only 20% today.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 9:50, 77 degrees.
All right, we're going to take a look outside with TransGuide. A lot of people up, out and about on the roads. We're not seeing any incidents pop up on our end, but if they do, we will let you know about them.
All right, just ahead. It is Saturday. That means we got Texas Eats. David Elder trying out a popular barbecue spot specializing in smoked pork. We have a preview for the brand new episode. That's next. Welcome back. A fire destroying their beloved family business, but a San Antonio couple remaining sturdy, saying that they are not giving up on the shoe shop that they've run for decades.
And they tell KSAT's Petty Santos they'll need help to make that happen.
Tim and Yolanda Rodriguez poured their souls into their shoe business.
I've been here 30 years, and that's all I've done all my life. I've been doing it for 51 years.
Here is the corner of South Hackberry and Boyer.
That was it. That was it. That was the only income I had.
An early morning fire on April 25th turned their retirement plans to ashes. Tim says he rushed to find Highland Park Boot and Shoe Repair in ruins.
When I opened the door, everything's charcoal, black, dark, everything was ruined.
Boots, shoes, and purses in the process of being repaired, gone. Also destroyed the rare and almost antique machines used in the shop.
The parts on it, they were just burnt, and some of those parts you just can't get. So it's hard for me. If I get a new machine, it's gonna cost in the thousands.
His wife says their proud little shop on the east side supported a growing family and barely made it through COVID.
We lost a lot of memories. This hole in the wall may be a hole in the wall to everybody, but this was our life.
Yeah.
We put all our kids through school.
Tim says his past clientele includes local politicians, judges, and just everyday folks who like to put a little flair on their kicks.
We're gonna give it another shot, see what happens. Yeah.
He hopes to be back at his craft soon. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Time now, 9:55, 77 degrees.
Here's what's coming up today at 10 on a brand new episode of Texas Eats.
Pork ribs. You cannot go wrong with pork ribs. What are y'all doing to those that make it different than other places?
We take things just a little bit more heat, a little bit more flavor than you would find in just salt, pepper, garlic.
All right, so I'm gonna take a bite of this one. You wanna take one with me?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my goodness.
Well, today is Election Day, and you can make your vote count with VIA. Their Ride VIA to Vote offers complimentary public transportation on local, state, and federal election days. To get a free ride to a polling location, just show a valid voter registration card to the bus or van operator. The polls opened at 7 this morning. They're staying open until 7 tonight. You can find your nearest polling location. Just head to our website, KSAT.com.
And obviously a lot on the stake at the ballots. We have a full list. We have a sample ballot. It includes the mayor, all 10 city council seats, and of course Prop A. Pull out the phone, scan the QR code on the screen. It'll take you right to our Vote 2023 tab on KSAT.com. We have everything you need to know before you head to the polls today. And Sarah, what is the weather going to be like?
You know, it's going to be hot and humid. All right, so we have clouds out there right now, but we will see sun in the afternoon. 93 for the high, but that 93 is going to feel more like 100, Max and Sarah. A small chance for an isolated storm in the afternoon, while southeast winds gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. Then as you look at the forecast, it almost looks like I copied and pasted the forecast for every day, but that's because the weather is going to be pretty similar, but there are going to be subtle differences. Again, an isolated storm, if it does develop, it's that time of year where it could be severe, but the odds are in your favor for no rain.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Hey, before you go, don't forget that we're going to have special election coverage starting at 7 p.m. here on KSAT.
All right, Texas Eats starts right now.